All right, so let's get into Highlander. So why buy a Highlander hybrid? Well, we're going to talk about the performance. We're going to talk about some all-wheel drive technology, some other technology throughout the vehicle, safety, warranty, and value. Lineup. So we have a pretty broad lineup now with Highlander Hybrid. We've got LE, XLE, Limited, and Platinum grades. The only gas model that doesn't have a hybrid equivalent is the L grade. I'm going to throw up a quick poll here. So let's just see who has already done a little bit of homework or maybe even sold a Highlander hybrid. What is the horsepower rating for the new Highlander hybrid? All right, so this is different from last year. You should have a poll pop up on your screen. You can just hit one of the multiple choice answers. And I'll give you about 30 seconds to go ahead and put in your answer. All right, so it's no longer a V6. I will give you a hint. So that may impact some of your answers. Looks like we're getting a lot of responses. Give you a few more seconds. So we've got the last few coming in. All right, so the answer is 243. Yeah, so that is different than the 306 we had previously on the Highlander. So just want to make sure everybody's aware that it is now the 2.5 liter hybrid powertrain. It's actually the same powertrain that we find in the RAV4 hybrid, but has been upgraded or tuned to a little bit more performance. So 243 horsepower in total. It does get 35 miles per gallon, city or highway regardless. So a big improvement in fuel economy over the previous Highlander hybrid, and of course significantly higher than the gas model. And it is available in all-wheel drive, and I only share that with you because the previous gen of Highlander hybrid was only available in all-wheel drive. Not that we're going to be probably giving you too many front-wheel drive models, but they are available. So just so you're aware, we do make a front-wheel drive hybrid now. All hybrid Highlanders that are all-wheel drive will come with a trail mode. So instead of the multi-terrain select that you would see on a gas model, you'll have a trail mode that gives you a little bit better performance and maybe inclement weather or some mild off-road. And while we don't have a 5,000-pound towing capacity with the hybrid, we do have 3,500. So still pretty good performance in terms of towing for those customers who want to do that. Now the electronic on-demand all-wheel drive, again, same thing as RAV4. We're going to have an electric motor on the rear wheels, and that will power the wheels when needed. So it's normally front-wheel drive, but if you accelerate or you're in some slippery conditions, it will go ahead and send power to the rear wheels. Now that rear electric motor does turn into a generator when you're braking. So that will charge the battery even faster. So it gives you additional regenerative braking, which will eventually improve your fuel economy. All right, so and it's going to improve tractions under all conditions, whether it's inclement weather or even dry pavement. Now let's talk about some technology. A lot of standard technology in Highlander. So you've got standard Safety Connect, and that will be a 1-year trial period for Highlander, and Wi-Fi Connect will be a 2 gigabyte or 3-month trial period, and now that is through AT&T. Previously, we used Verizon, but most of our vehicles have switched over to AT&T for 2020. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Amazon Alexa, Sirius XM, all standard on all grades. And that Sirius XM is going to be a 3-month trial period. You'll also get Smart Key with push-button start. And I think probably the coolest feature of Highlander, and it's the only one in our lineup to have it so far, and that's a backup camera washer. So all grades will get the backup camera washer. So if you've ever driven a vehicle with a backup camera, if it's raining or maybe in snowy weather, you will get all that debris and road grime built up on the camera. So you go to put in reverse and you really can't see much. So all you have to do to operate it is activate the rear window washer, and it will also spray fluid on the backup camera and cleans it right off. So cool feature. It's nice to show customers. It's just one of those wow factors. technology that is available, possibly an option or standard on certain grades, and that's going to be Remote Connect and Service Connect. So that will be on the upgraded Audio Plus or Premium. You will get Qi wireless charging available, even a 12.3-inch touchscreen standard on Platinum, available on limited grades with navigation, and a 1200-watt JBL audio system. Digital rear view mirror, just like on RAV, that will be available. Hands-free power liftgate with that kick function, bird's eye camera, and a panoramic moonroof. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Brian Kaiser, and he's going to finish up with the rest of our topics. So go ahead and take it away, Brian.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy. We're going to start you off with a poll. So the next poll is, what 2 new safety features are added to TSS 2.0? So I'll give you about 30 seconds to select from the multiple choice options. You have A, lane departure, pedestrian detection, B, road sign, lane trace, C, DRCC blind spot, or D, lane keep, lane trace. So remember, this is TSS 2.0. It's a newer upgrade over the TSS-P package. It looks like everyone's about finished. 10 more seconds. And this is obviously good information to know, not only for Highlander, but many other of the Toyotas that have been redesigned recently. Okay, and most of you did a great job. It is B, road sign assist and lane trace assist. So TSS 2.0 also has some other nice improvements, especially with the pre-collision system. There's an enhanced speed reduction. You can also detect pedestrians in low light situations, as with the headlights on. Also, daytime cyclist detection is new. But what you really want to highlight is road sign assist. That's that great feature that shows the road signs on your multi-information display. Mainly the speed limit is the most useful, but other things like stop, yield, do not enter. And then lane tracing assist is also a fantastic new safety feature. It helps keep you centered in the lane rather than, as with our older system, just kind of warning you and nudging you when you're leaving the lane. And full speed dynamic radar cruise is part of TSS 2.0. Also on the safety side, again, Highlander's loaded with standard safety, and you want to highlight these systems for your customers. Standard Safety Connect, 1-year trial. That's the SOS, the automatic collision notification, stolen vehicle locator, and the enhanced roadside. 8 airbags, standard on Highlander. Also standard on every grade of Highlander, blind spot monitoring. That's a nice thing to have as standard equipment. Typically, it's an upgrade or part of the package. In most Toyotas, it's standard on Highlander. Available intelligent clearance sonar and available adaptive front lighting system. If you're not familiar with that, we have that as an option on many Toyotas. It's the lighting system that the headlights actually pivot slightly as you turn the steering wheel when you're making a turn. Highlander is also a 2020 top safety pick. And of course, Star Safety comes standard on every Toyota. Of course, with the hybrids, we'd love to talk about the new enhanced 10-year 150K battery warranty. It's the best in the industry, so definitely highlight that because customers do have a little bit of anxiety about the battery itself. How long will it last? What's the cost of replacement? Well, it's covered for 10 years, 150K, so it's really the least of a customer's worries when buying a new hybrid, because the warranty is so extensive. Also, our experience with the hybrid batteries is that they last the life of the vehicle, and that's how they're designed and engineered. So once you tell the customer that, it should put them at ease about the warranty. All right, another poll. What is the increase in price for a hybrid versus a gas model Highlander? So go ahead and answer. The The choices are A, $1,000, B, $1,400, C, $1,800, and D, $2,100. So there's typically a price premium when you're looking at the hybrid version of a Toyota versus the gas model. And then we'll talk about how fuel economy and maintenance savings works into making it a good value. So about 10 more seconds, and we'll put up the results. Okay, let's see how you did. All right, most people did answer B, which is the correct answer. Some people answered C, a few A. So it is $1,400. As you can see here, when we compare an LE hybrid versus a LE V6. So look at the MPG rating. As Jeremy mentioned before, it's 35 across the board. The V6 Highlander gets a combined 23 MPG, so that's a 12 mile per gallon difference. That's pretty significant. It's essentially a little over 50% better fuel economy versus the V6. So when we calculate the total cost of fuel over 5 years, you're saving almost $2,500 in fuel alone by driving the hybrid versus the V6. So if you walk out that $1,400 that you paid as a premium, you're still saving $1,000 over those 5 years. You divide that by 60, and that's where we get the $18 a month. So again, not an insignificant price savings when you look at a monthly payment. So just make sure your customers are aware that there is significant cost savings in the fuel alone. You're not only saving in fuel with that 12 better MPG, you also don't have to pay as much for more expensive fuel because all of the Toyota hybrids run on regular fuel, the 87 octane. So don't put the plus or the premium in it. You're just wasting money. They're designed to run on regular fuel. Also, let your customers know they'll be spending less time at the gas station, as in fewer visits. Because of the increased fuel economy, they're going to just have to go to the gas station less often. So that's a convenience thing, and it saves them time. On the maintenance side, they're going to benefit from less brake wear because the hybrids incorporate a regenerative braking system. You get very little actual mechanical brake wear because the electric motors are doing most of the stopping of the vehicle. So it's not unusual for hybrid customers to come in and not have to do any brake service for up to 100,000 or more miles. That's a big savings. And then, of course, these vehicles are very clean, right? The emissions are very low compared to traditional gas vehicles. They use less fuel, so the carbon footprint is smaller, and it is better for the environment. And some of your customers would certainly like to know that and be aware. So just wrapping up, and now's a good time if you want to type any of your questions in the chat. Performance-wise, the hybrid, it's rated at 243 horsepower, but don't let that fool you. It has a lot of initial torque from the electric motor, so the acceleration is great, and the overall performance is very comparable to most V6 crossovers in the segment. The available all-wheel drive is that electric system, electronic on-demand system, which utilizes a rear electric motor. It's very efficient at getting you out of slippery situations, but also improves your on-road handling. And then technology-wise, Jeremy went over all of that standard technology, which is great in the Highlander. We have the latest and greatest Toyota technology in this new Highlander, and that rolls into the safety as well. So the latest safety system as far as Toyota Safety Sense goes, standard Safety Connect, a bunch of airbags, and don't forget standard blind spot monitoring. That's a great feature of the new Highlander. The battery warranty should put customers at ease and let them know they are going to save not only on fuel, which is money in their pocket, but they're going to save on time. Not as many trips to the gas station, overall less maintenance than the gas counterparts, and it is better for the environment.